Mirror, mirror, fogged and loud, what truth today makes the future proud? Well, yesterday was the last day of Women's History Month, and like many brands, the Asheville Police Department made a post about their women and how it's 41% and a picture of like 10 of them. I don't know how those 10 were chosen. I did not recognize any of those women. They were not the women who tortured me when I was in jail. But I responded, what about this woman who you tortured, stole from, and drug out of my shower a year ago? And how come none of those women are the women I've had to deal with that treated me like a dog? The three times you have arrested me over the last year for zero charges and zero crimes. Then I made a video that you should go watch where I sort of kind of sing. It's like total off the cuff, rap battle, but not. That was 14 hours ago when I made the comment, and then I made the video and posted that also. Enjoy liars. And then I put the link. And then I checked this morning figuring, I'm going to get some haters. I'm going to get some supporters. Either way, there's going to be a reaction. It's too much not to have any reaction, right? Like somebody would have reacted. And so 43 minutes ago, I posted, nice try, APD. I see you hiding my comments. The people see it too. The question is, what are you hiding? So this is an example of shadow banning and suppression right here, right? This is my police department. And I tried to go to city council and say, your police department's corrupted. Nobody's reached out. Nobody's talked to me. One journalist said they were going to talk to me. Riley Ober got an email, said, I want to cover this. I emailed a couple more links, and I emailed the city council. 3-minute speech I was allowed to do. And then she disappeared, and I haven't heard from her since. So no journalist has been able to or allowed to or had the guts to cover this. I've reached out to other media outlets. It's like nobody wants to touch all of this. So that is why I focus on the Red Team House. That is why I focus on building the Wampusverse. That is why I focus on erasure justice. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to sue, people like sue them. Really, with my no money and my no support. And I mean, can you imagine the hell that would put me through psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and financially? It's not that simple, y'all. So my best defense is being public. My best defense is building outside of their cages and their walls. My best defense is to keep howling. So that's what I'm going to do. And they can make sure that no one else can read my comments on their Facebook page. I mean, in some ways, shouldn't this be illegal? Like I'm not a random person that doesn't live here and like a bot that's like putting down the cops. I'm a real human being that's lived here 13 years that was treated like absolute dog shit. So yeah, I think my comment should be First Amendment protected. Freedom of speech. That's what I think it should be. But for some reason, they're allowed to do this. It'd be different if I was a bot or like, you know what I mean? Like I get that you're going to get a lot of comments. You're going to get a lot of comments about stuff. And, you know, there's, but there should have to be transparency. Like my claims are legit. My issues are legit. And I've emailed the mayor about them. I've went to city council and spoke. It's not like I'm just out here on social media ripping on them. I mean, I think the song inspiration really it wasn't a true song. It was more of just me kind of being silly. But if you've seen the Afro Man police battle, you know, they came in and busted his house up because somebody gave him a tip. And so it was like a 3-year thing. They drug it out. And so he made songs about all the cops. So I might have to just do that too, but I don't know anybody's name. I know some faces. I could point out some faces for sure. Um, so yeah, this is real. This is happening to people. It's not right. There's 324 comments, and you know, everybody else that posted. So I have a friend, Roger, he posted, he got 1 like. Another person said, I don't care if they're male or female, white or black. My main concern is that they are qualified. 56 likes. Ew, whatever. There's like sexist shit, right? And they get 5 likes for something sexist. Somebody named Steve said, aren't we in the top 10 cities with high crime rate? 32 likes. 3 replies. Someone said no. Someone said lots of crime. Somebody said top 10%. That is not the same thing. Oh, top 10% of cities with the highest crime versus in the top 10. So that's still horrible. We're in the top 10% of crime? What? At 100,000 people in this little mountain town? When I moved here, it was really safe. I don't know what has changed. We got the purge going on every day, it seems like. Wow, interesting. Wow, looking. Oh, see, this is. I mean, Whew, I had never paid attention to the Asheville Police Department Facebook page, but it popped up yesterday, and it just sent me into a rage because don't sit here and pretend you care about women. Don't sit here and pretend you care about Women's History Month. You got a woman right here telling you your police is corrupt, telling you the atrocities that happened inside. Human rights violation. You can also argue war crimes because we are in a literal AI civil war. We're in World War III, and I'm a loudmouth. So you do the math. Someone named Cal. I mean, technically, I could say their names because they posted publicly. Like, this is public information, but I'm going to just say first names. I shouldn't say this, but I worked with the U.S. Marshals. Literally had Asheville on top list of worst police departments with the most inept staff in the southern eastern seaboard. They are so bad, the gangs made it an initiative to go there because they can do whatever they want with no repercussions. Literally a fact. Saw 2 of the gangs yesterday. What? Sorry, it's true. Jason said, clean up your tiny city. People don't understand how bad it is here. The marketing and the tourism have everybody thinking it's grand and built more, and the rich people. Boots on the ground, right down the street, there's a little phone shop, and there's a beautiful Native American woman whose husband was murdered within the last year. No leads, no help from the cops. I didn't ask more details about how he was murdered, but there is stuff going on here that is not getting reported. There is stuff going on here that is evil and vile. And they want to dress it up with a bow and tell y'all it's safe. It ain't. And I know I'm saying this as I'm trying to build a business here, and I know I need to leave, but it's not so simple, right? My house isn't worth enough to make it worthwhile to leave. My house is incredible, walkable, bikeable, and there is something to be said for holding the line. We don't want how Asheville is to leak out to the rest of the world. If anything, it's like we're protecting the rest of the world from Asheville. Asheville is ahead of the curve on the humanoid AI surveillance BS because they got desperate after Helene and they're making concessions. It is freaky deaky. Freaky deaky. See if I can find any other shocking comments. And everybody's got at least like 1 or 2 likes. That's why my pretty inflammatory comment would have some reaction by the public. Ooh, see? Hey, Grok, what percentage of cases are unsolved in Asheville? There's no answer, but somebody knows something there. So they're lying about the deaths in Helene. They're lying about what's going on in this city. I have lived here 13 years. I actually care. I'm actually trying to make everyone aware because this is a very, very special place. Western North Carolina is stunning and ancient. These mountains have seen it all and been through it all. And some of the oldest mountains in the world. We're on the Michael Magdalene ley line of original Pangea. People talk about it being a vortex. People talk about the healing powers of this place that also can be manipulated for bad. There's a lot of greed here. There's a lot of greed. Here's an idea. Since your crime rate, this is from Tim, since your crime rate is pretty ridiculously high, especially in certain categories, why not just hire the best possible people available and support them with the resources they need to be successful? Are you going to investigate that missing 30 million? I don't know if it's missing. Wow. Okay. Doug said higher crime than 95% of NC communities. Asheville, 47 crimes per 1,000 people. North Carolina average 25 crimes per 1,000 people. So double. Ooh, here we go. Tim said, so APD likes deleting comments they don't agree with. You might want to look the law up. If you make a public post from a government ran social media site, you can't just delete comments you don't agree with unless they incite violence or are in some way illegal. I'm going to repost my comment about the 3030 initiative. If I were you, I wouldn't delete it again since doing so violates my First Amendment right of freedom of speech. Hey, hey. I'm writing him back. They blocked my comment, so I'm the only one who can see it. I even sorta wrote a song. Let's see. I'm gonna grab that link. I know I'm like just working while I'm talking to you guys, but I don't care because this shit is hilarious, bro. It's not, but you have all you can do is laugh because it's so corrupt. It's so aligned with Agenda 2030 and the World Economic Forum and the 15-minute cities and the Great Hollowing. And they think I won't notice that it got zero engagement. All right. So there's an ally, right? His comment got deleted. Mine's got it. Maybe his didn't get deleted, but it got blocked or whatever. So same thing. First Amendment right. They shouldn't be able to block my comment. They shouldn't be able to delete his comment. Oh yeah, and yesterday I sent him my city plan. Corruption, corruption, and anybody that says, "Well, just leave. You hate it so much, just leave." You don't just leave sometimes. You don't just leave sometimes when there's corruption. You think about the next generation. You think about 2086. You think about what it could be. People want to act like you can't change the reality. You can't turn the tide. This ain't Titanic. We can hire we can do things differently. We don't have to being silent and letting them continue their bullshit. 1916 flood, 1940s flood, 2024 flood. I mean, we should have known the greed that built this town was not just going to disappear. The Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, the Flaglers, all these motherfuckers, the Frists, the Ingalls, they think they can just extract and exploit. And it's, the marketing's so good for this little mountain town that they can just get away with horrible things. We're on to you. We're in the belly of the beast. Asheville is an example of what could happen to other cities if you kowtow, if you simp. Nah, I'm reporting from the front lines of the AI Civil War. And this is one of the ground zeros right here. And it's under the radar because it's not New York and it's not LA. It's not Minneapolis. There's a lot going on here, y'all. There's a lot going on here. So that's why we're building the Red Team house. We need help. We need to dig into files. We need to dig into reality. We need to dig into the connections and the corruption. It's all tied. It's all tied together. So, freaking April Fools. I say, fuck these fools. Fuck these fools, fuck these fools, fuck these fools. Fuck these fools, fuck these fools, fuck these fools.